Proving yourself is giving desperate energy. And you may think it's subtle, but that energy comes through so strong. And it is not attractive. In fact, it's a complete turnoff. And not just in romantic relationships, but in friendships and business relationships too. And the thing is, you may not even realize that you're showing up in this way, because proving yourself is usually something that's hidden in your subconscious. And it usually only seeps out when you really like someone, or when you want something to work out, or when you want people to see you in a certain way. But the problem is, you want people to see in you something you're not convinced that you see in yourself. And this is why that prove yourself energy shows up. And the simple but not easy fix for this is to shift your focus from what other people think and feel about you to what you think and feel about you. Because listen, there is nothing more attractive and more magnetic than a woman who has cultivated authentic confidence in herself. This woman knows that she doesn't have to put herself on display and tap dance, because she's not vested in people liking her. She is only vested in liking herself. And the reason that I say it's a simple but not easy fix is because it takes time and attention to cultivate authentic confidence. But honey, when you shift your focus inward and you become more self-aware and self-accepting, you will no longer look for external validation. You will never worry whether someone likes you. In fact, your focus will shift to whether you like them. And you will always show up to every relationship, every friendship, and every business opportunity unapologetically yourself. And this is how you make that transition. First, you have to own and admit and be honest with yourself that validation seeking and external approval are parts of your makeup. Listen, it may be hard to admit, it was hard for me, but what I know for sure is that you can never fix what you won't face. And just in case you're struggling, whether this is you or not, here are some signs that you are that prove yourself kind of person. You overextend yourself, and often at your own expense. You say yes when you mean no, because being liked gives you validation. You seek constant reassurance, whether it's through compliments and attention or verbal affirmations, because you just feel better about yourself when someone validates you. You don't feel comfortable expressing your true feelings, especially if you have an opposing position, because you don't get validation if you rock the boat. You go along to get along, even when your intuition or your inner wisdom tells you not to, because you trust external voices more than your internal voice. And the only way to stop all of this is to first be honest with yourself that you do it, because again, you can never fix what you won't face. But after this honest assessment, then you have to figure out why you seek external validation and approval in the first place. Maybe it's something you learned in childhood or from a past relationship, or maybe it's unresolved inner wounds that stem from anxious attachment and abandonment and rejection issues. Maybe it's a lack of self-awareness, or it could be a combination of all of this. The point is to identify where it came from. And once you do that, then begins the work of unpacking it. And this is the not so easy part. And so you may need help unpacking depending on how deep the issue is. But again, this process is so worth it. It is so freeing when you don't care what other people think about you, when you know you are good whether someone chooses you or not, because you've chosen yourself, which is all that really matters. Listen, I would personally love to work with you to help you journey through this process, and there's a link in the description below. But however you choose to go through this process, I want you to remember one thing in particular. Be intentional about compassionately loving yourself while you heal whatever you unpack. Listen, it is so easy to cringe at our behavior and not like what we see when we discover things that we want to change. But remember, that version of you got you here, and she is worthy of your love too. She did the best she could with whatever information she had. So be kind and gentle with yourself as you transition into the woman that you are becoming. Listen, full self-acceptance of every version of yourself is one of the fastest ways to heal. Self-acceptance is a quantum leap forward to fully loving you. And I think I'm going to do a whole video on quantum leaping because I am so fascinated by it. Yeah, I think I will. Now, once you own that you have an issue needing external validation, and then when you find out the root cause of where you learned this behavior, then you focus on compassionately loving yourself while you're on this healing journey, then you will see that more and more you are no longer that pick me, prove yourself kind of woman. You will see that you've become this confident, authentic woman who is desired, not desperate. Now, here are a few helpful hacks that I want you to remember while you are on this journey. I want you to rewrite your narrative. I want you to replace limiting beliefs with affirmations like I am amazing, I am intelligent, I am gifted, I am beautiful. Because when you regularly affirm yourself, you don't need others to affirm you. I want you to reevaluate your circle, because as I developed internally, I realized that the validation that I sought, I didn't even want. So you have to reevaluate who you hang around, and then hang around people who energetically align with who you want to be. I also want you to focus on nurturing and spoiling yourself. Listen, you deserve everything, and I want you to focus on you giving yourself those things, because the hidden value in doing this is that your desperation will go way down and your self-validation will go way up because you are giving yourself the love that you want and need. I also want you to celebrate your strengths, even if they make other people uncomfortable. I want you to remind yourself all of the things that make you amazing, because constantly giving yourself validation is another quantum leap. I also want you to release perfectionism, because self-acceptance will cause you to love yourself, flaws and all, even while you work on them. Listen, your imperfections are part of what make you unique and beautiful. Lastly, I want you to acknowledge and remember and be in tune to when your inner child needs to play and when she needs attention. I want you to affirm her, and I want you to remind her that she is safe and she is loved. No matter who goes or comes in your life, she will always have you. When you do that, you will find yourself glowing in every room, at every table that you find yourself. Now, these little tips help me. These life hacks help me remain authentically confident, and I no longer, not even remotely, feel the need to prove myself to anyone for anything. But getting here wasn't easy, and it definitely wasn't overnight. So it's about making progress. Becoming a new, better version of yourself requires healing, and healing takes time. But every step you take brings you closer to becoming who you were meant to be. Listen, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to bend over backwards to prove your value. The right people will see it simply because it's there. But first, you have to see it. Now, I hope this video helped you on your journey from desperate to desired. I hope it helps you understand more fully that you don't need to chase anything or anyone. You can attract everything your heart desires. So leave me a comment and let me know if this video was helpful. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button if you found this video enjoyable. And one last thing, do me a favor and share this video and this channel with a woman who may need this kind of support, a woman who may need to activate her feminine energy and do inner work and heal trauma so she can live her abundant life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.